Welcome to your ATMC TV high school basketball game of the week, featuring the visiting South Brunswick Cougars, who enter tonight's contest with an 0-14 record against the host North Brunswick Scorpions, who are 6-10, including a 1-7 mark in Mid-Eastern Conference play. I'm Sam Hickman, joined by Jay Combs. Welcome to the action, Jay.
Well, Sam, tonight's game has a little bit of a curveball right out of the beginning, because we just heard that Morgan Alred, who's an outstanding performer, got to be an all-county player for South Brunswick, is injured, will not play tonight. That takes 12 points out of the game for South. She's a terrific player, but she is injured and will not be playing tonight.
Lydia Bradshaw misses the layup, gets her own rebound, and gets it back out to Kiana Yeoman, who's controlling it for the Scorpions. Bradshaw on the baseline, fires up a shot, grazes the rim. Himes has got the offensive rebound. North controlling the glass here. Layup attempt is up and good for number 23, Angel Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson's a junior guard, averages about 2.5 points a game, 1.8 assists per contest. Travis Fortune's team is 6-10, 1-7 in the conference. They defeated South earlier this year, 43-35.
Jay, it didn't take long to notice Alred's absence, as North got about 5 offensive rebounds on that opening possession. Alred usually gobbles those up. Of course, she's averaging almost 11 boards per game for the Cougars.
Yeah, I talked about the points. I failed to mention about the rebound. She averages a double-double, so this is going to be a tough night, I think, for South, unless they can get some scoring out of some of their other players.
Kells missed a three-point attempt on South's last possession. That jump shot up and no good, and Bradshaw's got 4 rebounds in the early stages of this one. She's taking it all the way to the hoop. Left-handed layup off the glass and in, as the Scorpions have a 4-0 lead.
Yeah, Lydia Bradshaw, a really outstanding young player, only in the 10th grade, a sophomore, averages 11 points, a couple of boards, a couple of steals per game. Sweet shooting left-handed player, 40% from the three-point line.
Nice drive from South Brunswick's number 20, Mackenzie Lee, and the Cougars are on the board.
Well, that's something that Coach C.J. Jacobs is going to have to get tonight. Got to get some other players to step up. Lee with a nice drive to the basket that time and picks up the bucket.
Yeoman from distance, off the back iron, no good. Himes with the box out, but she loses it out of bounds. She was fighting for that board with South Brunswick's Nia Bryant, and the Cougars are going to have possession. 5:42 left in the opening frame. North leads 4-2.
Yeah, Nia Bryant, interesting kid, young player, freshman, 6 foot tall. So he's going to have to play that tall here this evening.
Lee misses the shot. Foul called on Bryant over the back, and North Brunswick will have possession with a 2-point lead.
Yeah, Nia just couldn't get to the position on the floor in time, and a good box out caused her to pick up the foul. South in their 2-1-2 zone, but lefty Bradshaw can solve that and solve it pretty quick, and we've got a player down.
Bradshaw knocks in the 15-foot baseline jumper. That's North Brunswick's Angel Johnson, who went down. She hobbles off the court, and we'll get our first look at North Brunswick's number 11, Cornijah Morrison. Congratulations to Miss Morrison. She was named North Brunswick's Female Athlete of the Month by the Brunswick Beacon this week.
Well, another young player, only a freshman. A lot of youth on Travis Fortune's Scorpion squad. 6 freshmen, 4 sophomores. And I don't think they have a JV team here, so a lot of youngsters will play up early, but the ones that are here, they get minutes, and they're making the most of them.
And Jay, one of those is number 22, Kaylin Goodman. Goodman averaging almost 8 points and 4 boards per game as a freshman. She is definitely one to keep an eye on in the coming years. Excellent young player for the Scorps.
Yeah, Coach Fortune's team this year, they're going to some growing pains, literally and figuratively, but boy, in the years to come, this looks like it could be a very, very good team.
Kells is open at the top of the key. She fires a three off the backboard, no good. Bradshaw takes it from Himes, and she's leading the fast break. Good bounce pass to Morrison, layup no good. Bryant wrestles away the rebound for the Cougars.
That's real good effort that time by Bryant, the young freshman center for South. She's going to have to do that a lot tonight for South to stay in this game. With Allred on the bench because of the injury, that takes 11 boards and 12 points out of the offense for C.J. Jacobs' team.
Yeoman very nearly comes up with a steal, but South Brunswick maintains possession. Mackenzie Lee with it on the right wing, crossover dribble, kicks it out to open Collins. Oh, very nearly knocks in the deep shot. Bradshaw snares the board for the Scorps.
Good penetration and kick that time. South just not able to convert. They get a turnover and they're back down the court.
Mackenzie Lee tries to get it to Bryant. She does. Shot attempt no good, and Bradshaw just gobbling up everything on the defensive glass for North. That shot is no good. Bradshaw was fouled on the shot attempt, and she's going to go to the line for 2 shots.
Well, Lydia Bradshaw, even though she's just in the 10th grade, is one of the better girl high school players in the area this year, and certainly statistically it bears that out. But this good player, she's just only going to get better with time.
She misses the first of 2 free throws. Scorpions lead 6-2. More than halfway through the opening frame here from Scorpion Country in Leland. Bradshaw, very rare, misses 2 free throws, and South's deficit still at 4 points.
And a good rebound that time by Lexi Collins of South. Boy, possessions are going to be precious for the Cougs here tonight. They need to be patient and probe and probe and probe and look for the good shot. I think a low-scoring game might be of benefit to South.
Collins, Lee's got the rebound. She's fouled. I think that's Morrison on the foul. I take that back, Jay. They're going to get Bradshaw with the foul there. And South Brunswick's Mackenzie Lee is going to go to the line for 2.
Well, Mackenzie in the right place at the right time, going to shoot 2.
Nice looking free throw stroke from the sophomore guard.
And Lee's got all 3 points for South so far here this evening, Sam. And, you know, C.J. Jacobs' squad might be well served to just kind of break this game down into quarters. Try to keep it close. Their big player not able to play tonight due to injury.
Nice save there on the far end by Kaylin Goodman. Our first look at North Brunswick freshman Nia Perkins, who turns it over, and it'll go back to the Cougars.
That's good officiating that time, because that ball looked like it went through about 7 players trying to figure out who actually touched it last, but the officials doing a good job getting together and making the good call.
Kells with a long jump shot, no good. Bradshaw and South Brunswick's number 12, My Love Hamer, fighting for the rebound. Foul was called on South Brunswick, and the ball's going to go to the North Brunswick Scorpions. Over the back foul called there, I believe, Jay.
I think so, on Hamer. So North will trigger. Hamer that time, again, positioning so important in rebounding. You don't necessarily have to be the biggest person to get a lot of rebounds if you can get yourself into the right position around the basket.
Another baseline jumper from Bradshaw, no good. Goodman in there wrestling for the board. Put back, no good. Another board for the Scorps. The ball's lost out of bounds, and North Brunswick will maintain possession.
And that was a good example. A kid not real big, and Kaylin Goodman, but coming down with the basketball because she was in the right position and end up retaining possession out of bounds.
Jay, you got to be excited if you're Travis Fortune. Your second leading scorer is a freshman in Goodman. She's going to score a lot of points in her North Brunswick career.
Years to come, this is going to be a real good team.
A foul called on South Brunswick's Mackenzie Lee.
Well, that's a fourth on South already, and the fouls could be important for them tonight. Limited bench. Got to keep their starters in the game as long as they can.
Adora Sloan misses the first of 2 free throws for the Scorpions. She'll try to knock down the second of 2. And Sloan does just that as North Brunswick has a 7-3 lead, 2.5 minutes left in the opening frame.
Tell you what, Adora Sloan puts some arc on that ball, doesn't she, Sam?
Jay, as much as West Brunswick's Jaden Parker in boys basketball, or no?
No, nobody. No.
Good-looking jump shot from Mackenzie Lee is no good. She ends up with her own rebound, passes it in to Bryant. Shot no good. Hamer's got it, and Hamer puts it back in.
How about that? Just hanging around, getting a couple of extra shots that time. A good shot to start. When you take good shots, Sam, good things happen. Even if you don't make it, generally you're in good position rebound-wise to get a second attempt. And that's what South did on that sequence.
Mid-range jump shot from Sloan, no good. North's got the offensive rebound. Perkins resets it for the Scorpions.
So it's, we played nearly 6 minutes in the first quarter, and it's just a 2-point margin. So South hanging in there pretty well without their big scorer and rebounder.
Perkins with a mid-range jumper is blocked. She gets it back. Nice behind-the-back dribble, but she loses it, and South Brunswick nearly comes up with it. There's a scrum over by our table, out of bounds, and it's going to the South Brunswick Cougars. Well, Jay, 1.5 minutes left in the first quarter. We got a 2-point game.
3-point shot. They got a lead, right? And a bucket. They can tie it. And did you see Aaron Varnum on that ball that time?
He was ready.
He was all over it. My word.
Jay, I thought he was going to grab it before it was even out of bounds for a second.
That's the first time he's ever touched a basketball in his life. Now, football, different story.
Former Guilford College standout, Aaron Varnum.
Kid could flat out play and would hit you. Ask those guys that used to play against Hoggard about old Aaron Varnum. But basketball, not so much.
Pass knocked out of bounds by South Brunswick, and the Scorpions will maintain possession. Jay, North Brunswick a little sluggish through the first 7 minutes, or
yeah, so
what's your assessment?
Well, so it seems. I mean, they when they played earlier this season, North had a big lead at the half, and in the second half, South played them even. And that looks to have maybe spilled over a little bit into this game. South is coming out here and really not backing down, like the way they've aggressively stepped out.
Nia Perkins, mid-range jumper blocked by Bryant. A foul is called, and Perkins is going to go to the line for 2 shots.
And I think that's Bryant's second foul, and she's a young player, so a little bit of inexperience, but she's got some good size, and already here tonight you've seen South be able to take advantage of that.
Perkins with a nice-looking free throw stroke there increases North Brunswick's lead to 8-5. 43.8 seconds left in the first quarter. And valiant effort from the Cougars here in the early stages without their all-everything forward, Morgan Allred.
Sometimes when your best player doesn't play, the rest of the players, play a little emotionally the beginning of the game and throughout the game, and maybe that's what's going on here for South.
Nice effort there from North Brunswick's Adora Sloan, and she gives an extra possession to her team by creating a tied ball. Possession arrow goes to the Scorps.
Sloan, another one of the young players for Travis Fortune, only a sophomore. Tough kid.
Ball slapped out of bounds, goes right to Sloan. Perkins has got it. Baseline jumper off the top of the backboard and no good. Morrison chases down the rebound, gets it back to Perkins. And North just can't get any clean looks at the basket right now. Some spirited defense by the Cougars.
Well, the Cougs are packing it in for sure and going to make them hit from the outside. Lots of bodies inside. There's a good look inside.
Good drive, and Sloan's going to go back to the line for 2 shots.
Nice give and go that time. Adora Sloan couldn't convert, but North Brunswick, nice job of getting Sloan in position for a good shot at the basket. She's going to shoot a pair now.
Sloan knocks in the first of 2. Of course, our ATMC TV Game of the Week brought to you by John Donahue Automotive. North with a 4-point lead, 14 seconds left in the first quarter as Sloan buries a pair. She's got 3.
12 seconds left in the quarter, so South's got to push it up pretty quick. Not the way to do it.
There's a steal. Nia Perkins has got it, knocked out of bounds by South. So with 4.7 seconds left, North is going to have a chance to add to its 10-5 lead.
Yeah, that's a sequence that C.J. Jacobs would like to have a do-over. You have 13 seconds to get the ball up court and work for a good shot. And you literally turn it over and give the opponent a chance.
Oh, Morrison, it looked online just a little strong there. And after 8 minutes of play in Leland, it's the host North Brunswick Scorpions 10, the visiting South Brunswick Cougars 5.
Hey Sam, man, it's Jay.
Hey, partner.
Didn't you tell me you know a guy that's got some heavy equipment? I need a load of dirt.
Don't worry, man. I got you.
Sam, this isn't what I had in mind.
He'll be done any time now.
I knew we should have called J.P. Russ & Son.
Serving Brunswick County since 1947, J.P. Russ & Son has become the local leader in all your heavy equipment needs. We also haul any material, even rock. Give J.P. Russ & Son a call today.
The students before this program didn't understand what journalism or responsible journalism was and how important it is to society right now. And being in this class and being partnered with major names like ATMC and PBS and UNC TV, they understand that what they're doing is so critical and so important, really to ensuring that responsible journalism. And they've gotten to this place now where not only do they see the importance in it, but they want to do their very, very best. This is a STEM-based reporting labs for PBS and UNC TV out of Chapel Hill. So these students are not only, working towards their future careers, but they're already working with major news organizations, major journalism organizations, and every year we're adding to that and making sure that these students know that they have these opportunities for scholarships, for college, and for career advancement as soon as they graduate out of these classes. The grant that I applied for was specifically for lighting equipment. We didn't have any lighting at the time, so the students were having to work with a lot of natural light and creating light with different shades. So now we actually have professional grade lighting in our soon-to-be studio. ATMC is such a huge benefit to this community. I know myself and several other teachers that have applied for grants and received grants and funding from them, and it means so much because it's a co-op. So they're really for the community, they're providing back to their community, and it's just, to me, it shows how great it is to be down here in Brunswick County and to be linked up with someone like ATMC. We just really appreciate having them donate and really see our vision and try to help bring that to light in the classroom.
And we're back for the start of the second quarter here in Leland. North Brunswick leads South Brunswick 10-5. Jay, what'd you take away from that first quarter of action?
Hey, South played a little better than I thought that they were going to. They were only down 5 and turned the ball over a few too many times, but actually defensively kept in the game.
Bradshaw with a nifty pass into Angel Johnson, who got it to Yeoman. Mid-range jump shot up and in from number 32, Michaela Fryer.
So North coming out pressing now, and things could go downhill quick as they go into a man defense.
Layup up and in. Jay, it looked like 25, Rebecca Schuler there.
I couldn't tell if it was Schuler or Kales, but it was a pretty good shot by South. Taking advantage of the man defense and ended up with a layup.
Bradshaw misses the long distance shot, put back up and in from 23, Angel Johnson.
Johnson again in the right place, and here's the full court pressure. So somebody's got to come back and help, and that's what Lexi Collins alertly did. It's going to be a lot of pressure now on the West backcourt.
Moving screen caught on Lexi Collins, and that's going to give it back to North Brunswick. Jay, it was Kells on that previous South Brunswick basket. Sorry about that.
Collins that time got called. She got away with it the first time, right? The previous trip down the floor. That time the officials were looking for it, I think, and called Lexi with the blocking foul. So ball goes over to North with a 14-7 lead. 6:47 to go in the second quarter.
Jay, been watching some of the games, college basketball games on television here recently, as the three-point attempt is no good, and Kells has got the rebound for the Cougars. She's fouled, and it'll stay with South Brunswick. You know, they say when you set a screen, it's two main things. First is your feet have to be, you know, inside your shoulders. You can't put them out wide to set one. And then, you know, when the contact comes, you can't move your shoulders one way or another. So two things to keep an eye on anytime you see a moving screen call. Usually their feet are too wide, or they kind of throw that shoulder check into you.
And I think, you know, officials have done a much better job monitoring and calling blocking fouls. At one point in time, it was kind of a, you know, a crapshoot, so to speak, but not so much anymore.
Mackenzie Lee's shot is no good. A blocking foul called on North Brunswick's number 21, Micaiah McNeil, another freshman. And so Lee's going to go to the line for two.
So Mackenzie Lee had 3 points in the first quarter. She was 1 for 2 from the stripe. They get 2 for 3. So Lee, the sophomore, who came into the game averaging only 2.5 points, has 4 on the night already. That's the kind of scoring and the kind of help that C.J. Jacobs is going to need.
Jay, Lee's got a nice looking stroke from the foul line. Of course, I put the announcer hex on her as she splits a pair. 14-8, North Brunswick leads. 6.5 minutes left in the second quarter.
That's
Boy,
good
nice hands
by Lee.
Nice hands by Lee. Jay, it looked like she held up. She might could have got the steal and just kind of pulled up there on this sideline. Nevertheless, North Brunswick basketball with a 6-point lead.
Lydia Bradshaw comes off the court, not looking too happy for losing the ball that time. Now North maintains possession, but Bradshaw such a competitor. South stays back in that tight zone.
Allie Himes misses. Lee's got the rebound, and she's fouled. It's going to be South Brunswick basketball. We're 2 minutes in almost to this second quarter.
Mackenzie Lee, right place, right time to corral the rebound and picks up the foul. So South already has 7 personal fouls as a team.
Yeoman comes up with a steal. She's fouled by South Brunswick's Vanessa Kells.
Make it 8, so we'll be shooting 1-1 here for a while.
Yeoman's going to go to the line for a 1-1, looking for her first point or points of the evening.
So Yeoman is a junior guard. Kiana, 4.7 points per game, 1.6 rebounds, almost 2 steals. does a lot of things, or 2 assists, does a lot of things on the court for Travis Fortune's squad.
And Jay, a heck of a track and field athlete. She is quite the sprinter. Yeoman airballs the second of 2 free throws. And Jay, she's holding her lip. That's about the 3rd time I've seen. I don't know if she collided with someone, but she's holding her mouth as if maybe her lip got busted or something.
Yeah, I noticed that the last trip down, she was center court kind of holding her lip, and there's another block. That time the good call. And double dribble, so South turns it over again. Turnovers are going to really hurt them this evening, and when you don't have your go-to person to kind of bail you out, you're susceptible to giving the ball up, and so far that's what has plagued South. Otherwise, they're hanging pretty tough.
Boy, Johnson nearly loses it out of bounds. She gets it to Yeoman, who's trying to get the Scorps into the offense.
Tell you what, Collins is a tough kid.
Johnson misses the 3. South Brunswick's got the rebound. Kills is pushing it across the timeline for the Cougars. And she rifles a pass out of bounds into the far corner there, and North will have possession with a 15-8 lead.
Again, possessions are so important, and you only have so many of them, and you really got to, maximize those chances. And when you just come down the court and literally turn the ball over without even getting a good shot, Sam, that's hard to recover from.
Himes has got it in the short corner for the Scorpions. Nearly thrown away. Johnson's got it.
Like the way South is moving their feet defensively, though. They're chasing the ball down hard, and there's a steal.
And Johnson gets it right back, passes it ahead to Himes, who's going against Bryant. Shot is blocked, and Lee's got it, trying to dribble through it, and Himes has got it again for the Scorpions.
Well, that's the benefit of having Bryant in the game. She can take up some space with that being tall, and eventually another turnover, this time against North, so South the beneficiary.
Pass off the hands of Medasia Bennett, the freshman forward, and the Scorpions will get into a full court press as Hamer's got it for the Cougars.
Tell you what, fast played game here tonight, Sam. I don't think they've had a timeout yet.
Foul called on North Brunswick's Kiana Yeoman. That's the 5th team foul on North Brunswick. South Brunswick will have possession out of bounds on the far sideline.
So let's see if the Cougs can work a good play out of this half-court set.
Collins has got it for South Brunswick. Tries to get a pass in there, is stolen, and Angel Johnson is fouled by Collins, and I believe Johnson's going to go to the other end for a 1-and-1.
Yeah, she will. I was mentioning before, Lexi is a tough kid. She's the one that's out there setting the picks. She's the one that's really throwing her body around, but she's also picking up some difficult fouls. Probably going to have to watch that, keep her in the game here as best you can.
Jay, a short bench for Coach Jacob's squad. I think just 7 players in uniform tonight. And of course, as we mentioned, alluded to earlier, Jacobs and his staff playing without their best weapon in Morgan Alred.
Well,
So a tough task tonight in Leland was made much tougher by Allred's absence.
well, for sure, and that would hurt any team. A player with the capability of Allred. She is legit. If you haven't had a chance to see her play this year, catch a South game, because she's worth the price of admission.
Nice offensive rebound from number 22, Kaylin Goodman, her first bucket of the night. And the Scorpions have their biggest lead of the night at 18-8. Pass off Hamer. Goodman comes up with a steal, rifles it ahead to Johnson. Hamer nearly steals it right back, and she does, as South's got a little advantage here. Up to Collins. North does a good job getting back on defense as Collins misses the shot, and Yeoman chases down the defensive rebound. Bradshaw pushes it ahead for the Scorps. Good pass to Goodman, and she can't make the layup. Boy, Kaylin Goodman makes that 99 out of 100 times probably.
And a sweet pass that time. by Bradshaw.
Ball knocked out of bounds by number 23, Angel Johnson. Perkins coming back into the game for North Brunswick.
So Jacobs shuttling kids in and out as best he can, trying to pick spots to give them a little break.
Bryant with the two-pointer, no good. Good rebound there by Lee, but Bradshaw takes it away for the Scorpions. Another foul called on Collins, and Bradshaw's going to go to the line, and I believe she'll shoot 2, Jay.
Yeah, that's the 10th team foul on South, so Lydia Bradshaw will get the bonus +1. Bradshaw with 4 points, a couple of buckets in the first quarter.
She knocks down the first of 2 free throws. Bradshaw has 5. Tied with Angel Johnson for the team lead tonight. Johnson also has 5 points.
Only a 10th grader. Wow.
And nothing but net on that free throw attempt, as Bradshaw now has a game-high 6.
Somebody's got to come back to help South get the ball inbounds. Full court pressure by North pays off.
Bradshaw very nearly makes an impressive save, but she was on the baseline and out of bounds, and North will jump right back into its full court pressure.
And that's a tough thing for South to have to deal with.
Oh, the shot spins out. Bryant blocked on her putback attempt, and Bradshaw's pushing the pace for the Scorps. Good pass ahead to Yeoman, who lays it in for 2.
Lydia Bradshaw showing she's one of the premier players in the conference. A nice dish and a bucket. 22-8 lead for North.
ATMC TV's basketball game of the week is brought to you by John Donahue Automotive. Need a new car or want a new pre-owned? John Donahue Automotive is your Buick, GMC, Chevy, or pre-owned dealer. Take the quick trip down 130 and check out their great selection. John Donahue Automotive can also service your vehicle. Give them a call today at 642-2400. John Donahue Automotive, a new way to buy a vehicle.
I bought a car from John Donahue one time. I can't even remember what year it was, but it was like 20 years old. Okay? But the car had like 18,000 miles on it. Original, real, nobody messed with the odometer miles.
For sure.
It was a Buick Century, I believe. And I drove that thing for a long time, and then my son took it to California and ended up driving it eventually into the Pacific Ocean, I think. But that's the kind of pre-owned cars you get from Donahue, right?
Yeah, 18,000, that doesn't even really count, does it, as a pre-owned?
And, okay, here's the rest of the story, and I think I'm right about this. That car, I believe, belonged to a relative of Mackenzie Gore, who was the great pitcher
for the Padres
out of Whiteville, and now pitching for the Padres. And I understand, looking at some of the prognostications of young baseball players, this kid is lights out, gonna make it, right?
Yeah, Jay, Baseball America just released his top 100 prospects, and he's in the top 30.
From Columbus County?
That's right.
Whiteville?
Perkins with the jump shot, no good. Bradshaw chases down the offensive board. Jay, Bradshaw's got to be approaching 10 rebounds here in the first half.
Well, yeah, she hadn't scored the way she generally does, but boy, she's been everywhere on the court. That's it.
Long distance bomb from Nia Perkins is nothing but nylon, and the Scorps lead 25-8.
Wow, Perkins downtown. So that was a foul on, was that on Bradshaw?
Yes, foul on Lydia Bradshaw, call for a hold.
one of the few miscues on the game for Lydia, for sure.
And Bradshaw comes up with a steal. She's going to take it straight to the basket. Shot no good. She was fouled by Kills. Bradshaw's going to go to the line for two.
Wow, somehow, some way, Bradshaw got that shot off. She was very in an awkward position, which usually isn't the right thing to do, but when you're as good as her, she was able to draw the foul. So Bradshaw goes back to the line to shoot a pair. She is 2 for 4 from the stripe tonight, 6 points overall. Sophomore averages 11 a game.
Jay, you know, one thing that we've noticed in the games, the North Brunswick games we've done is, you know, Bradshaw, not just a shooter, you know, she handles the ball really well in the open court. We've seen her make some excellent passes in transition. Well-rounded, solid basketball player.
Yeah, and not to beat a dead horse here, but only in the 10th grade. I'm always astonished at these kids who play at such a high level, at the varsity level, you know, and are 10th grade and now freshmen all over the world playing, you know, really well. And Bradshaw certainly among them. And again, Morgan Allred, who's an outstanding player for South, another one of the young players. I think Morgan's a junior, but we remember watching her last year as a freshman, just lights out. So a lot of good-looking young players here in the conference, and boys and girls.
Jay, with your Baltimore-ish roots, what do you think about this young man's vintage Cal Ripken jersey over here in the far corner? He's got standing up with the black jacket on. I noticed that earlier. I'm sure you're a big fan. You just wait till he turns this way and then comment. You'll love it.
I'll have to take a look. I didn't know Cal was down here in southeastern North Carolina, but you know, maybe he is. Had the pleasure of interviewing Cal Ripken Sr. one time at a camp they were running. Oh yeah.
Bradshaw knocks in the second free throw after missing the first.
And Senior was, just as you might expect, kind of a crusty, chiseled, old-time baseball guy who had the bluest eyes I think I've ever seen. Now his son's, you know, probably right there with him, but really nice guy. And of course, Cal Ripken is, you know, idolized in the state of Maryland and the city of Baltimore. I think we're having some clock issues.
Jay, one constant we've seen this year at North Brunswick is clock issues. We're 3 for 3.
I forgot about that.
We're done 3 North Brunswick games this year, and we cannot get the clock right, no matter how hard we try.
I forgot. You told me that the last time we were here.
With 2:16, oh, excuse me, the scoreboard's wrong. With 1:53 left before halftime, it's North Brunswick 26, South Brunswick 8. Again, we have 1:53 left before halftime. And partner, while we work on getting this situation fixed, we're going to take a short break here on ATMC TV with less than 2 minutes to go before halftime. It's North Brunswick 26, South Brunswick 8.
Hey Sam, man, it's Jay.
Hey partner.
Didn't you tell me you know a guy that's got some heavy equipment? I need a load of dirt.
Don't worry, man. I got you.
Sam, this isn't what I had in mind.
He'll be done any time now.
I knew we should have called J.P. Russ & Son.
Serving Brunswick County since 1947, J.P. Russ & Son has become the local leader in all your heavy equipment needs. We also haul any material, even rock. Give J.P. Russ & Son a call today.
And we're back. 1:53 before halftime. It's North Brunswick basketball, and the Scorpions have an 18-point lead. Nice defense there from the Cougars as they collapsed on the North Brunswick ball handler. Kales is going to take it all the way. Layup no good. And Kales has got it back out front for the Cougs. She's going to fire a 3. Bingo! Kales knocks it in.
Well, Vanessa Kales' second bucket of the night. The bank is open and picks up the 3-point basket for South Brunswick.
Jay, it looks like a swish in the score sheet.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, that shot rims out. North Brunswick's got it back, and Bryant goes up there and rises up for the block. Collins has got it, pulls up for the jumper, and it falls off the front of the rim. Bryant wrestling for it. A little strum underneath the goal. Possession arrow is going to keep it with the Cougars.
Yeah, look at the young freshman, Nia Bryant, saying, you know what, enough is enough.
Battling with another freshman, Medeja Bennett, for the Scorpions. How about those youngsters?
I'll tell you, they're going at it.
Jay, our ATMC TV team did get a lot better looking tonight. The addition of one Sarah Richardson, who has graced us with her presence tonight in Leland.
Well, I'll tell you, it doesn't get a whole lot better than Miss Sarah, but the mystery is how in the world is she with who she's with? I got nothing. Nah, she's.
You rendered me speechless.
She is the best thing that happened to Aaron Varnum since hiring me and you. I'm pretty sure that's the best thing.
I wonder, maybe we're tied for first. No,
not
definitely not.
We're way behind Sarah. Okay, it's Sarah, Rascal, and then Sam and Jay. Okay?
What about Max?
Oh, Max, I forgot about him.
Mid-range jump shot for Perkins. Oh, nice looking shot, but it's off the back iron and no good. Another scrum. South, had a run out momentarily, but Lee didn't see her. So a lot of contact there at near the free throw line. And Lee's gonna go to the line. Jay, they signaled a 1-and-1, so Lee is gonna go to the line for a 1-and-1.
Well, Sam, you beautifully described a lot of contact, because there was a lot of contact on that play. Holy moly, could have called a foul on 10 kids.
Lee knocks in the first free throw. Trims South Brunswick's deficit to 26-12. 29 seconds left before halftime on your ATMC TV Game of the Week, brought to you by John Donahue Automotive. And Lee knocks in a pair.
3 for 4 from the free throw line in the second quarter for Mackenzie Lee. She's got 6 points.
Yeah, 4 of 6 for the game, Jay. Nice free throw shooting from Lee.
And again, a youngster, just a 10th grader, so she's getting some valuable experience here tonight.
Kales does a nice job holding on to that one. She is tripped along the baseline, and she's going to go to the line. We'll wait on the signal, Jay, to see if it's going to be 1-and-1 or 2 shots.
Yeah, we're down.
It's going to be another 1-and-1.
Yeah, we're down to 1 scoreboard now, so we're not getting the team fouls like we are on the other board. But Kales is going to shoot 1-and-1. He's got 5 points on the game.
And it goes in, but it's a lane violation on South Brunswick. So the made free throw does not count. The score remains 26-12 with 20 seconds left. Loose ball, North Brunswick looking for a open player. Perkins has got it, less than 10 seconds left in the quarter. Perkins is gonna fire it up from long range. Her shot is no good. And that's the halftime buzzer after 2 quarters of play here in Leland. It's North Brunswick 26, South Brunswick 13.
I think having a Brunswick Community College softball team will benefit all 3 high schools in our county tremendously. We have young ladies here in our community that go on and play at other community colleges. This way they'll be able to stay home, be with their families, be close to home, and also they'll be able to get the Brunswick Guarantee money and be on full scholarship. So that's a win-win situation for us, and I think it would be for the young ladies that would come here to play softball at Brunswick Community College. I just think if our student athletes, the ones that we can get from Brunswick County, stay home, and the ones that come in give back to Brunswick County and to our community, then our community will give to the programs that are here to help these kids succeed and become successful and move on and get a college education. And we learned that very quickly with the baseball program and our other programs, that it was really, really important for our student athletes to be in the community and do the right thing. A lot of these young people that come from all over the state of North Carolina and even further away in some instances, they would not even go to school at all if it were not for athletics. We have right at 95% of our student athletes that are sophomores that are here move on to four-year schools and complete their education. We'd like to thank ATMC for giving to our programs, and they've given to our programs in the past and been very supportive here. And you know, without corporate sponsors and people like you guys doing that, we wouldn't be able to survive.
Bigger's not always better. We think cooperative business model's the best business there is anywhere. And what makes a difference in cooperatives is that we're locally owned, we're locally operated, all our employees live in our community, and they have a vested interest to help this community grow and to prosper.
Working with ATMC has been great for us. You know, I work with a lot of these folks, go to church with them. We raise our children together, we go to the same events. You know them, you trust them, you know they're going to do what they say they do. It feels good to have a partner who is just as committed to our cause and seeing our community flourish as well as it can.
There's one thing that we have that never goes out of style, and that's personal service. Building trust through our interactions is something that you really don't get with the big boys these days.
They're so involved with the community here in Brunswick County, and their grants support many nonprofits in the area. It really improves the quality of life in our community.
We're so very grateful to ATMC for continually supporting not only the museum and the planetarium, but also other worthy nonprofit organizations within the county. ATMC has always stepped up and has been a true supporter of the community.
We're very community-minded, and we provide community grants to people in our community that are seeking to make a difference by impacting the quality of life.
As I look at economic development, one of the real essentials for any town is to have access to fiber optics, and we're delighted that ATMC is taking the lead in providing that for our business area. We're convinced that this will promote further growth in Shallotte and benefit all of our citizens.
ATMC has a long history of giving back to our members. In fact, since the year 2000, we've given back more than $42 million in capital credit refunds to our membership. We're in the process right now of a 5-year plan where we're basically going to touch every subscriber we have with increased infrastructure capabilities. As more and more homes have more connected devices, we have to add to our network to make sure that when they need the speed, it's there for them to have. You know, our competition, you won't talk to the CEO. You probably won't talk to a VP. You won't talk to anybody that's committed to making Brunswick County better. Hey, come on down, let's sit down, talk about your problem. I'll even make you a cup of coffee. We can make a difference in lives, and that's what we endeavor to do every day. On behalf of our board of directors and our over 200 employees, we thank you for your patronage, and we thank you for choosing ATMC.
Thank you.
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 ATMC, this is Shannon. How may I help you?
Jay, we're almost set for the second half, and we got a ball game here. North Brunswick with a 13-point lead, but a lot of fight from this South Brunswick team that's playing without its leading scorer and rebounder, Morgan Allred. The Scorpions come up with a turnover on the first possession of the second half.
Well, again, as we were talking in the first half, South a little undermanned here, but you know their hearts are big and they're playing hard for Coach C.J. Jacobs. North just maybe a little too much and too many talented people out on the court here tonight.
Collins nearly comes up with a steal. Angel Johnson corrals the loose ball for the Scorpions.
You know, if you could get some points for effort, the game would be a little closer. And there's a good example of some tenacious defense by South forcing a turnover.
And Jay, Nia Bryant's been wonderful for the Cougars tonight. You know, she doesn't have a bucket yet tonight, but her defense, rebounding, block shots, her length has just wreaked havoc on North Brunswick's offense.
Well, you can't teach tall, Sam Hickman, and she's a good-sized kid, so she does take up some space and has done a real nice job. Again, only a freshman. This kid's got a huge upside.
5-second count. Oh, very nearly 5-second violation on the Cougars. And now Lexi Collins has got it for South.
You know, I almost think South's just trying to kind of slow this down a little bit. Take some time off the clock.
Maybe not a bad idea, Jay. I mean, here they are. It's a minute 20 seconds into the third, and the deficit's not any wider than it was at halftime.
Well, we were talking, you know, early on about maybe a strategy would be to just play it by quarter, right? They were only down 5 at the end of the first quarter, but a 16-8 second quarter created this 13-point deficit.
Lee thought about driving it there. Kales has got it on the baseline. That's going to be a moving screen on Collins.
Yeah.
Jay, that's at least her third.
Yeah, and again, Lexi, tough kid, right? Tough kid. She's not afraid to throw her body around out there. That's the second, I think, pick foul that she's been called on for this evening. That's backcourt.
Oh, backcourt violation on Angel Johnson. She did a good job going back to get it, but her foot was on the timeline there, and that's going to give it back to the Cougars.
So both teams struggling here in the early going of the third quarter, getting any kind of offensive continuity, particularly because they can't seem to hang on to the basketball. South trying to slow it down, being a little deliberate.
Ball knocked out of bounds by Kiana Yeoman. Cougars will maintain possession.
South fortunate that time. Vanessa Kales picked up her dribble, and that's something you want to try not to do if you're trying to do something with the basketball.
Collins has got it, working against Nia Perkins. Oh, nice read there by Angel Johnson. She's trying to take it coast to coast. She stops on a dime. She's fouled by Collins. And, Jay, that is her fourth foul. She might be over here by Coach Jacobs in a minute.
And, you know, Sam, I think I forget the percentage, it's like 98% of communication happens without anybody saying a word, right? And at that time, you could see it in Lexi Collins' face. She's saying, me? No, not me. Officials saw it otherwise, and 23 Angel Johnson to the line makes the first.
And, Jay, we've had several North Brunswick games this year, and I've covered several other ones that weren't broadcasted. This is Johnson's best scoring output of the young season. I guess it's not the young season anymore. Or time flies. Feels like it just started as the ball goes out of bounds to South Brunswick.
Well, 6 points on the game for Angel. She's a junior guard. Only averages 2.2, so she's tripled her point per game average and 2 assists per contest. She's a nice player.
Perkins comes up with a steal. Himes has got the loose ball, gets it ahead to Goodman, who taps it to Yeoman. Yeoman's drive straight to the rim, layup no good. Ball deflected out. Perkins has got it on the left wing.
Well, Yeoman went hard to the rack that time, just couldn't find it, but somebody did.
Boy, Jay, everybody left Nia Perkins, and boy, did she make them pay with a swish three-pointer from the left wing. And just like that, the Scorps lead by 17. And a 5-second violation gives it back to North.
Second triple of the game for Nia Perkins, a freshman. Not known for her scoring thus far this season, but she's sitting on 7 points here tonight.
Goodman has her shot blocked, but she gets it back going strong, and Bryant blocks it, but she's fouled. Goodman will go to the line for 2.
Well, good effort by Goodman to stay aggressive, and I'll tell you, Bryant not that far away from making a real good defensive play that time. This kid you want to keep an eye on over the next couple of years. She's got a big upside.
And, Jay, something else to keep an eye on. You notice a lot of time Bryant goes for the swat, to block the shot. Once she learns to, use that length and go straight up, she'll block those shots and won't be whistled for the fouls. She's someone that could average 3 or more blocks a game by the time she leaves South Brunswick.
Coach Jacobs will work with her on that for sure.
Goodman misses a pair, and the score remains 30-13, North Brunswick.
Yeah, Bryant averages 1.3 blocks per game right now, and she's just going to get better at it.
Hamer is fouled on the play by number 22, Kaylin Goodman, and My Love Hamer is going to go to the line for 2 shots.
And Kaylin Goodman says, no, not me, Mr. Official, but the referees see it otherwise, and it's going to send My Love Hamer to the line, shoot a pair. Hamer, 1 basket on the night.
And a nice looking foul stroke from Hamer. She's got 3.
Hamer 1.4 points a game. Now, she helps the Cougars off the glass, averaging over 3 rebounds per contest.
It's a lane violation on South Brunswick. I believe Hamer went into the lane there when she saw the free throw was offline, so that's going to give possession to the Scorpions, who lead by 16 with 5:15 left in the 3rd quarter. Ball off of Lee, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Scorps.
And South showing a little full court pressure, Sam. Something different for the Cougars here tonight. Looks like they're going to drop back now, but a little different look out of the missed shot. Free throw.
Good entry pass. Sloan on the baseline. Back out to Perkins. Rifles it over to Cornija Morrison at the top of the key. Bradshaw's going to fire a long distance shot. Misses everything. Morrison saves it to Perkins.
Bradshaw even looks good when she misses. She's just got a good looking stroke. Good
Sloan,
pass.
nice entry pass. Into number 40, Veranda Blue, who puts it off the glass and in for the Scorpions.
I'm glad to see Blue get a bucket because she made a sweet pass the last possession and nothing came of it. She got paid off that time with a good look and a good basket.
That ball is off of Bradshaw and out of bounds. It'll stay with South Brunswick.
32-14. All North.
Jumper up and no good. South Brunswick's fighting for it. Kales off the glass and in. Nice shot from Vanessa Kales, and she's got 7 to lead all South Brunswick scores.
Vanessa is the bank shot specialist, is she not?
She is indeed.
That's the 2nd basket off the glass that counted, and she made another shot before that got waved off for a free throw violation.
Lee knocked the ball out of bounds, and Perkins will be the trigger person for the Scorpions.
Kales is a kid. She's a senior. Averages 1.4 points, and she's got, as you said, Sam, 7 on the night.
Hamer had the defensive rebound, lost control of it, out of bounds, as South Brunswick's number 25, Rebecca Schuler, will check back into the game. I was going to say, Jay, somebody's got to come off if Schuler's coming in, unless South's going to play with 6.
Well, that was Nia Bryant. She didn't want to come out. I don't blame her. She's playing pretty good. A little break, though, will help her down the stretch.
That's number 12, Adora Sloan, who was fouled on the 17-foot jump shot attempt. Sloan's going to go to the line for 2.
Another one of the youngsters for North Brunswick, Adora Sloan, just a sophomore. Averages a point a game, almost 2 boards a contest. She's got 3 tonight.
Rims out the first free throw attempt. 3:36 left in the 3rd period. It's North 32, South 16 on your ATMC TV basketball game of the week.
Sloan, another kid with just in terms of her shot from the free throw line, pretty good form, pretty good release, pretty good follow through. A lot of things you look for to be a successful free throw shooter.
Nothing but nylon on that free throw, and North extends its lead to 33-16 on the Sloan made free throw.
North going to show a little full court pressure. Certainly something South doesn't want to see at this point. When you run into the corner on an inbound play, you're just helping the defense because you're narrowing down the court.
North Brunswick 11 of 22 from the charity stripe tonight. There's a three-point shot attempt off the glass and off Veranda Blue, out of bounds. South Brunswick will maintain possession.
South gets to trigger it in under their basket. See if they can come up with a good shot here. And they do. Almost goes in.
Veranda Blue comes up with a steal, pushes it ahead to Perkins. Oh, Perkins had Fryer ahead of the pack. Would have been a dangerous pass, though, so North's going to hold up and get into a half-court offense. Nice pass from Blue to Fryer, who can't convert. Scrum in the painted area. Tie ball situation is going to keep it on North Brunswick's end.
You know, that's the second that I remember, and there may have been more sweet passes by Veranda Blue. She's pretty adept at passing that ball inside the paint.
Perkins touched that one while she was out of bounds, and that's going to give the ball over to South Brunswick. Boy, Jay, she looked guilty there after that one. Nice smile for the youngster.
I was going to say, Sam, that's a $1 million smile for Nia Perkins that time. 9th grader.
Boy, Jay, all you need to know about Nia Perkins is just look at her last name. If she's anything like all the other Perkins that have come through North Brunswick, boy, she's going to be something special.
Yeah.
North Brunswick has had a slew of Perkins who have been fantastic high school athletes. Another tie ball situation. This time is going to go to the Cougars, wearing black with the baby blue trim. Lee's open on the left wing, takes a dribble, kicks it out. Kales has got it at the top of the key for South. Kales looking for some room. She's got Lee on the left wing. Jump shot, no good. Nice strong rebound from Nia Perkins. Nice dribbling exhibition there from the youngster. Morrison's open on the left wing, couldn't corral it. Now she's got it. Nice entry pass to Blue, who finds Fryer. Jay, another nice interior pass from Blue.
Yeah, that's happened enough times tonight that we can safely say that Ms. Blue knows what she's doing inside the paint, right? She receives the ball and quickly releases it to, every time tonight, to an open teammate. Nice effort by Blue.
Veranda has these South Brunswick defenders feeling Blue.
And she does.
Perkins finds Morrison. Shot no good. This time Perkins got it while she's inbounds. Keeps the possession alive. She's open from the right wing. No good. Off the rim, bounces out of bounds, and it'll be South Brunswick ball.
Yeah, you know, Sam, you've been around sports all your life. Some kids just look like ball players. I think Nia Perkins is one of those kids. You know?
Absolutely.
You might be right, and it might be bloodline, right? It could very well be, but she just looks like a ball player.
Jay, I've always said the same thing about South Brunswick's Kareem Randolph on the boys team. When you just look at him, you just can tell the kid's an athlete.
Well, we get a look at him later tonight. He is a fine one.
Oh, Morrison tried to rifle a pass ahead, and somehow Blue ended up with it. Morrison's got it to Fryer. Nice pass into Morrison. Another nice pass. Shot is blocked. Fight for it under the basket. North Brunswick loses it out of bounds to the Cougars.
I'll tell you what, North Brunswick is about as unselfish as a team as you ever want to see. They very easily give the basketball up.
ATMC TV's Basketball Game of the Week is brought to you by John Donahue Automotive. Need a new car? Want a new pre-owned? John Donahue Automotive is your Buick, GMC, Chevy, or pre-owned dealer. Take the quick trip down 130 and check out its great selection. John Donahue Automotive can also service your vehicle. Give them a call today at 910-642-2400. John Donahue Automotive, a new way to buy a vehicle. Jay, what do you take away from tonight's game if you're Travis Fortune, North Brunswick's head coach?
Well,
so far, I mean, of course.
You know, listen, sometimes it's hard for a team. They came in here tonight, I think North did, as a sort of a favorite, I guess. And sometimes it's kind of difficult to play against a team that you probably know. You got a few more better players, certainly with Allred being out tonight, and it's hard to get into any kind of continuity. But they've managed to somehow scrape and pull a pretty big lead together. Although number 3.
Fryer has her shot blocked by My Love Hamer after the two-pointer on the other end from South Brunswick. Ball knocked away. Morrison's got it. Another deflection from South Brunswick. Boy, this Cougar defense has just created some problems for South tonight. Nice pass into blue. Her shot's no good. She nearly takes it back, but she's whistled for a foul in a 33-18 game in favor of the Scorpions.
And Sam, for those watching who thought I just had a stroke, I didn't, but I can't find number 3 on the roster. So I'm not quite sure who that was, but it's a pretty good shot.
Boy, Jay, she's quick, isn't she? Just blazing across that timeline. 5-second count is on. Kells gets rid of it to Mackenzie Lee. Lee nearly loses it, rifles a pass in, stolen by Nia Perkins, and now it's a loose ball near half court. Morrison's got it. Some more tussling near the timeline. A foul on South Brunswick, and it's going to go to the other end for the Scorps.
Well, the young freshman, Nia Bryant, she is not afraid to mix it up, Sam.
Jay, number 3 for South Brunswick is a freshman, Abby Honeycutt.
Well, Abby, welcome to varsity basketball.
A lot to like from Honeycutt tonight, Jay. She's come in and given Jacob's team a boost. Another ball handler. She's very fast with the ball in her hands, and clearly with that running bank shot, has got some moves in her offensive arsenal.
Did you say she was a freshman too?
Freshman, correct. Oh, Perkins, that was dead on line, barely misses. Another scrum for a loose ball. Fryer chases it down for the Scorps. 10 seconds left in the quarter. A tie ball, the 14th of the quarter, and it's going to give it to the Cougars.
You sure it was only 14?
Yeah, I might have sold it short, partner.
Maybe, I don't know. There was a lot of tie-ups here, tonight.
I said of the quarter, partner.
This is true.
Of the quarter.
This is true.
Kells pulls up off the glass, no good. Fight for the rebound. And a foul is called on North. Oh no, a foul's gonna be called on South Brunswick. Vanessa Kells with the foul call. North's gonna have 2.4 seconds left in the third to get a shot off. Jay, we're gonna get one of those half-court buzzer beaters. There's Perkins. Oh, she made it! Perkins from across the timeline.
Oh.
The highlight of the night. A 50-footer from Nia Perkins is the third and gives the Scorpions a 36-18 lead. What a shot!
That's your ATMC shot of the night.
Absolutely remarkable. At the end of 3, it's Scorpions 36, Cougars 18.
We used the grant money to start our leadership initiative. We focused on Stephen Covey's 7 Habits, and I read it and I thought, who can I get on board with this? And I found Ms. Schmidt, and she was willing to do it. And so over the summer we wrote the grant, and we thought about if we got the money, what would we do from it? Part of the money went to us building a student council, and I've been here, like I said, 15 years, and we've never had a student council.
Our student council has been the biggest change, watching them from beginning of the year to the end of the year. Hearing them on the announcements in the morning, they would have shaky voices, and now they have no problem grabbing a microphone and putting it in front of them. And
we started that. We started a Begin with the End in Mind hallway, where we focus on kids and their goals for college in the future and looking at where their teachers came from.
Initially, at the beginning of the year, kids' plan did not include college. It was, we're going to high school and hopefully we'll graduate. We're trying to change the dialogue from college isn't an option to I am going to college. That is my next step after graduating. It's amazing. Some of our kids want to go to Davidson because Steph Curry went to Davidson, and that's not an easy goal for them and maybe not achievable, but just the fact that they think it's available to them makes a huge difference.
So from there, it just became this great big thing that, you know, it's exceeded all of our expectations, thanks to, you know, ATMC for giving us that money and letting us try it out. Otherwise, I don't think that it would have gotten to this level.
Partner, how about the conclusion to that third quarter? What a shot from Nia Perkins.
Sweet, let me tell you, Nia, baby. We're talking about some kids that just look like ball players. She's a ball player, let me tell you. You throw them in like that. That's her third 3 of the game, by the way.
Jay, that was the deepest of the 3.
Absolutely.
But Jay, we're going to have to talk to Travis Fortune after this one. Look out on the court. Perkins is not out there. You make a shot like that and get taken out. What's that about?
She's rested. He's going to get her back into the game so she can get a little bit of an ovation, right? You
That's
know?
right,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, that was fun.
Jay, I believe that was the first half-court or longer shot we've seen in our 3 years of doing ATMC basketball games.
I think you're right, Sam, and that was a legit half-court.
Oh, that was beyond half-court for sure.
Yeah. And that baby went right in, right?
Yeah, no glass,
Yeah.
just right in.
Yeah.
Beautiful shot from Nia Perkins. Here's Honeycutt again. Look at that speedster.
She's quick.
Boy, she pulled up about a dribble too late there as that shot was blocked by Goodman in the paint. Good pass ahead from Yeoman. Oh, boy, and then Lee blocks a shot of Angel Johnson. Yeoman's going to try a 3. No good. Nice rebound there. Oh, he lost it. She lost it, and Rasco chases it down for the Scorps.
Yeah, good hustle by Rasco that time, chasing down the loose ball.
Johnson loses it, and Lee's pushing the pace for the Cougars. She's going to try and take it all the way. Oh, just misses the layup, but a nice individual effort from Mackenzie Lee.
Pace is picked up here, Sam.
Johnson with a jumper, no good. Nice rebound there from Goodman, and it's up and in for 2.
Yeah, Goodman hasn't had a big night scoring-wise, only 4 points, but you can tell Kaylin Goodman, just a freshman, good ball player. .640 on the clock in the fourth quarter. That was a lot of action in 1 minute and 20 seconds, Sam.
Honeycutt from the left wing, short. Save attempt. Not quite from South Brunswick, and that's going to give the possession to the Scorpions.
Well, Honeycutt's not shy, let me tell you. And she had a good look that time, just not able to convert. And I think you're right, Abby Honeycutt, just a freshman, is giving C.J. Jacobs Cougars a little bit of a lift.
Jay, a little worried that I may have missed a bucket here in the fourth quarter. I got Goodman's, and that one's in from number 33, Jordan Rasco.
So Rasco gets into the scoring book. A lot of players have scored here tonight for North. Good hustle. Yeoman is the track player, right? Track performer?
That's right.
And you saw it that time. She is pretty quick. She just chased down Vanessa Kales. So we'll walk back down the other end. And North's going to get a couple of free throws, or at least one. Hey, Perkins getting ready to come back in, Sam. Got that arm iced down and iced up or whatever, and
it's going to be Yeoman going to the line for 2 shots for the Scorpions. Excuse me, a 1-and-1 rather. She misses the front end, but look who's there for the rebound, Goodman, and she very nearly got that one to fall.
Yeah, I don't even know how she got the shot off, much less almost make it count.
Hamer ends up with it. I don't know if it was a shot or a pass into the post, but it was knocked out of bounds, and it's going to go to North Brunswick.
Whew. That's a good no call, I think. That time, just let them play, right? Let them work it through on that one.
Jay, there had to be some kind of contact or something. Oh, that's in Perkins' range for sure.
Yeah.
But she misses that one. She must have been too close.
Yeah, her range is 55 feet, so, you know.
She's close.
Yeah.
That's a layup.
18-footer's nothing. Good pass.
Nice pass from Yeoman to Goodman, who puts it in for 2.
Goodman with 4 points in the fourth quarter, but Yeoman with a nice pass.
Jay, it's gotten a little sloppy here under the 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter as North has a 44-18 lead.
Yeah, things starting to get away a little bit from both teams, so try to play their way through it and kind of slow down a little bit, really. It's a very hectic pace this entire fourth quarter. Here's Honeycutt.
Honeycutt's driving on Perkins. Her layup is up and in. Honeycutt's 4th point of the night.
Yeah, Honeycutt's not going to slow it down. She just plays one speed, fast. Oh, that's nice. There's Bennett with the shot. Boy, she caught the ball, turned and shot. As did Nia Bryant.
Nia Bryant for 2, and a nice spurt here for South Brunswick. And it's 44-22 in favor of the Scorpions.
Yeah, you like it when these kids catch the ball, turn and shoot, not have to put the ball on the floor. Saw it, both teams did it that time. One went in, one didn't.
It's going to be North Brunswick's
missed it, Sam. I don't know who the foul was on.
It's going to be number 24, Medasia Bennett, going to the line for the Scorps. And she misses the front end, and Bryant corrals the rebound for the Cougars. Lee steps into that one. Oh, very nearly makes it. Putback attempt is up and no good. Perkins has got the rebound for the Scorpions. Perkins with a nice drive. Morrison on the right wing, off the glass, no good. Nice rebound there from Hamer. Hamer's been active tonight, Jake, especially down in the painted area.
She has, and 3 points on the game. A good effort for Hamer tonight.
Hamer just misses on that 3-point attempt. Pass ahead to Rasco, and Hamer's got it before it goes out of bounds. She rifles it over to Honeycutt, who's pushing the pace for the Cougars. Oh, Bryant's gonna fire from deep, off the rim and no good. It caroms out of bounds, good box out by Himes. And North's gonna have possession. Catch your breath.
Yeah, number 20, Mackenzie Lee for South she's gassed, and Jacobs recognizes it and gets her out of the game. Good effort by Lee. Into the game, 25, Rebecca Schuyler. There's Perkins.
So Jay, if you're Travis Fortune and you got a nucleus coming back with Lydia Bradshaw, Nia Perkins, Kaylin Goodman, Kiana Yeoman, you got to be excited about the future prospects of this team, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know how you could be anything but excited and optimistic. And well, I would keep these kids together. They'd be playing, summer ball. They'd be working out. They'd be doing everything they can as a team, because there's a lot of individual talent out here, and they're young. And they're just going to get better.
Jay, literally, Coach Fortune has everyone back except for senior Allie Himes. Everyone. I mean, this is a North Brunswick team that is going to rapidly improve in the coming years.
Oh, no question, Sam. No.
And Coach Fortune does a good job. It's a well-coached ball club.
Absolutely, yeah. They're not, it's a little bit hectic here tonight, but yeah, Travis does a great job, and the Lady Scorpions, big upside the next couple of years, because these young kids are getting you can't do this in practice, right? You can do it all, play all you want, but game situations, varsity level, going on the road, all that kind of stuff, they're going to be good.
Excellent.
Real good.
Excellent point. I always heard, Jay, in a pretty much a lifetime of being around sports, that you just can't simulate game experience. You could try, and there's coaches who have physical practices, but it's just different. Look at the bleachers right now. It's packed for this rivalry game.
It's just different. You're right.
Shot is blocked by Hamer, and Bryant corrals the loose ball. Honeycutt pushing it up. Well, this Honeycutt is fearless.
Yeah, I like to watch her. She's been a lot of fun here, and certainly giving South a lift.
Ball's lost out of bounds. There's a minute 42 left, and North Brunswick has doubled up the Cougars. It's 44-22. And North Brunswick on the cusp of improving to 7-10, 2-7 in league play, while South still searching for his first win of the year.
So Sam, not that.
Hamer with the offensive rebound and the putback. She's got 5 for South Brunswick.
When they played earlier this year and North won 43-35, Allred had 22 points. If you add 22 to 24, that's 46. All of a sudden, South is winning this game 46-44. Now, I'm not saying that would have happened here tonight, right? Because you got
she would have been taking some of those shots that Kells and Lee.
You got contributions from other kids, but what I'm trying to point out is, without Allred in this game for South, that's a critical blow.
Oh,
kids have worked hard, hustled hard, haven't quit, trying as best they can, but you take that many points out, you can't help but be effective.
Yeah, partner, it's one thing to lose, a role player, a contributor. It's another to lose a player who very well could be a first-team all-conference player and maybe the county player of the year when all's said and done.
Certainly got to be in the running.
And we've seen this from Morgan Allred for 2 years now. I remember you talking about her when she was a sophomore as a player to keep an eye on. Yeah, and she has, Jay, she's not only lived up to those expectations, I think she's exceeded them.
Well, Sam, like Nia Perkins, another one of those kids that you just watch them up and down the court about 3 times, and you can sort of figure, hey, this kid can play, and Morgan Allred is one of those kids. So she's missed here tonight. Hopefully, injury-wise, she'll get healed, get back into the lineup. I know C.J. Jacobs would like to get her back on the court.
Jay, with about 10 seconds left in this one as Bryant puts it in. Wrap it up for us, partner.
Well, just, a game effort by South, and just too many good players out on the court tonight for North. Young, but talented and good, and a fairly easy 44-26 win. I'm not sure the game was that close, to be honest with you, but credit South for hanging tough and credit North for putting forth good effort as well.
Oh, in a inter-county rivalry game, it's the North Brunswick Scorpions 44 and the South Brunswick Cougars 26. Stay right here with us on ATMC TV for the high school boys basketball game of the week.